We want to thank you for joining us over the next 10 to 12 minutes so we can show you a very powerful marketing tool that can, number one, help you increase your profits by getting new customers that you don't have access to that we do. And number two, show you a way how to increase your profits on your existing customer base. See, wouldn't you agree that today every business owner faces two major challenges, probably greater than ever before? Number one is a limited marketing budget. Businesses don't have the same kind of money they had a few years ago to market themselves and advertise, but yet they want to keep that brand awareness and get their name out. And number two is a diminishing profit margin for obviously a lot of different reasons. What if we could show you today how you could take advantage of a zero, and I did use the word zero upfront marketing tool that can help explode your profits and get a huge advantage on your competitors. I'm going to introduce to you today a company called Referdia. Our company is a very unique company that has revolutionized how businesses and consumers will interact. But before I do that, it's important you understand the industry that we're taking advantage of and how we have taken this to a whole new level. The industry is the online group buying industry. Online group buying today is one of the fastest growing industries in the history of business. Now, some of you may be very familiar with it. Companies like Groupon and Living Social, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. But please hold on. We are quite different than all these other companies. Matter of fact, we are a leader and the only company doing what I'm about to show you. But we want to show you from a foundational standpoint of this industry, how big it is and what we are doing differently than all these other, what we like to call Me Too copycats. The industry today is about 4 years old. As I mentioned, the fastest growing industry in the history of business. There's about 80 million and plus subscribers and growing rapidly in over 40 countries, approximately $10 million a day in revenues taking place, projected to grow 300% annually each year for the next 5 years, and only approximately 10% of current internet users are using the group buying industry, or the other way to look at it, as you see on the slide, 90% are not using it at all, only 10% are. Now, you look at companies like Groupon and Living Social. These companies today are multi-billion-dollar companies. Groupon, as a matter of fact, went public in the fall of 2011, and today is valued at about an $18 billion company. And now there's hundreds of companies that have gotten into the group buying landscape, and we like to call them Me Too's or copycats because they're all pretty much doing the same thing. Let me give you an example. You may be familiar with this, and we'll use Groupon as an example, and all these other companies would pretty much apply. The traditional group buying companies are going to take 50% of whatever you're going to offer and make you offer it to the general public at half that cost, or once again 50% off, or $10. So let's say your product or service has an original price of $20. Groupon says you have to give away at least 50% or more. So in this example, it's $10. Now Groupon and all these other companies are going to take approximately 50% of the money collected. So they take 5, which leaves you with only $5 on the end. That means you're giving up 75% off of your profit, off of your margin, to get a bunch of customers that really are not targeted. They're just random customers who are interested in deals. But yet this industry is huge. We'll look at 3 quick examples here. Groupon had this spa that sold over 100 vouchers. Riverwalk Plaza Hotel in San Antonio had over 2,000 people buy. Whole Foods sold out with still hours left. Over 1 million people bought this deal. So it's a huge industry and it works. But if those are what we call the Generation 1 companies, the Me Too companies, what's next? Well, what if we combined Groupon, Facebook, and Twitter? Simply meaning, what if we combined the group buying industry and combined it with social networking? You would end up with Referdia. And we are changing this model through a new concept called commerce marketing. Now, what's the value to you as a business owner? Well, number one, it's free to sign up. Number two, it allows you to reach customers with a marketing tool right at your fingertips. There's no traditional advertising or marketing costs. You only pay based on how many customers we get you. The fourth bullet you're going to see on the slide, which is really huge and attractive to business owners, we only get 20% on the back end of that voucher versus the traditional 50% with the example I just showed you. So we're working more within your profit margins. And lastly, we give you full control of your deals. That means you can run a deal as little or as often as you want, whatever percentages you want. So that means if you want to run a deal just on Mondays, every Monday, every other Monday, one Monday a month, you can do that through our model. If you want to give away 20% or 80% or 30%, you get to do that as well. You could set minimums and maximums for the amount of vouchers that can be sold. See, our attitude is you, the business owner, know your business better than us. We're going to give you full control to run everything because you know what's attractive, you know what works. Our goal is to help you increase your business. Now, we're going to give you what's called a free storefront profile. You see an example of this. This is an auto dealership in Ohio that has signed up with our company. This is free for you as a business owner to sign up. There's no risk whatsoever. This gives you a whole nother presence on the internet. And on this storefront profile, you can upload pictures and images. Down the road, you're going to be able to put video content, PDF files, put all your contact information, other website links, Facebook, Twitter, other links that you have in social networking. And this allows you to run what we call storefront deals. That just simply means whenever you choose to run a deal, you're going to simply do this through what we call your back office. You run the deal, and it only goes to people who are interested in specifically in what you're marketing and what you're selling, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. This creates a strong following. Every single customer out of our database that buys from you becomes an instant follower of yours, and through a special messaging tool, which I like to call the relationship building tool, you can keep in communication with these people, not only in regards to running a deal, but contest promotions, surveys, feedback, whatever you want to do. Wouldn't you agree? That's Business 101, brand awareness and relationship building. And again, it's free to sign up. Now, what's the value to the consumer? Consumers, through our site, are also signing up for free, but they're only receiving deals that they want. There's no obligation to them, and they can also follow their favorite businesses. See, with the current online group buying companies, consumers are just randomly receiving deals every day, and more times than not, they're receiving things that they're not interested in. Our consumers actually get what's called a free profile page, and they can upload picture and images. They can secondly pick what cities they want to track deals, and third, they can specifically pick what their interests and what their likes are. So when you run a deal, and this is huge to you as the business owner, your deal is only going to people who have specifically picked the category of what your offering is. And the consumers are also financially incentivized. What does that mean? That means every time they see a deal, if they choose to buy it, not only are they happy because they save some money, but they have the opportunity to get their deal for free by simply referring 3 other people to that deal. That means more customers for you and more followers for you as well. Think of how powerful that is. And here's an example what I was referring to for the consumer. They're picking their categories of likes and interests, but it gets even more powerful. You're going to see, for an example, over here where it says arts, okay, or sports. I'll use sports as an example. They can be even more specific and say, I like tennis, I like football. Over here where it says nightlife, they can say, I like jazz clubs and I like museums, whatever it is. So it's a very target marketed customer for you to be able to reach. Customer profile pages, I mentioned, they pick their personal likes and interests. So as an example, we'll say this woman's name is Annie. She lives in Scottsville, and these are her likes and interests. She's only going to receive deals from businesses in her area or nationally that fall within the categories of her interests. And on top of that, the consumer can also decide on how they want to be notified, whether through email, through a cell phone, or through a tablet. So think of how powerful that is. The consumer has completely customized and personalized their experience. So what makes us different? It's pretty obvious. You look at column 1, what we call the Me Too's, Generation 1, and you look at Referdia. I don't need to go through all this because I already went through these earlier in the different slides, but you can see how powerful this is. But once again, please understand this. It's free for you to sign up. And this is a way for you to reach consumers that you probably wouldn't reach on your own. You're only paying on the back end a nominal percentage based on how many customers we get you. Have an incredible following through these customers. And I'm also going to be showing you here momentarily how you can get paid on customers, on your current customers as well. And that is called the revenue multiplier. Now you may say, what exactly is the revenue multiplier? Well, very simple. You, the business owner, already have a current customer base. So let's say we use this example. You own a cafe. And let's say that you have several hundred customers that already come to your cafe. They already like you. They already come to your business. They're happy. They're loyal to you. What if you can go to these customers and offer them what I would call a value add rewards program? And you could say to them something like this. Great news. Our cafe is taking advantage of the hottest thing on the internet today called Referdia. And we're going to be running some special deals, promotions, and contests exclusively to all of our valued customers. And because you are a valued customer of ours, go to our website and follow us for free and take advantage of all these exclusive offers. Now, naturally, they're going to want to do that because it's free. Number two, they already are following you by coming to your cafe. Third, they like to save money. And last, they like promotions and contests. But it gets even better than that. Every time any of your customers buy something, not only from you, but from any other business that runs a deal through our company Referdia, you, the business owner, are going to get paid. So that means if you own this cafe, when your customers go on a spa treatment, you made money. They go on vacation, you made money. They go to another cafe or another restaurant, you made money. You're getting paid a whole different way on your customer base that you today currently cannot make, nor any other business can as well. But it gets even better than that. As your customers are naturally referring other customers to deals, you're also going to get paid on all that viral growth of customers that you had nothing to do with that your customers led you to. Our company is going to give you 10% of what we call the commissionable value of every voucher. That's going to be more money into your pocket that's going to obviously increase your profits. Now, we talked about reaching out. To your customers. Very simple. If you have a Facebook fan page, that would be one way to do it. Secondly, you could also, on top of that, your email list. Or if you use Twitter, you can send a tweet or send a text blast. Or you can also have point-of-purchase postcards or posters. And once again, all that you're doing is notifying your existing customers that you are now taking advantage of the hottest site on the internet called Referdia. You're exclusively running deals and promotions and contests through them, and they can follow you for free because they're a valued customer. Now all of a sudden they're tagged to you, and once again, every time they buy something, not only from your business but from any other business, you are going to make money from that. Think of how powerful that is. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here is why get started now? Why get started with Referdia? Well, number one, zero upfront marketing cost. You get a free storefront. And remember, we showed you an example of that. And you only pay based on when a customer buys a deal from you. That just simply means that you're only going to be paying based on us getting your customers. And once again, it's a nominal percentage, just 20% versus the standard 50% in the industry. Secondly, it's a unique marketing tool for you to increase your exposure, brand awareness. It allows you to reach more potential customers that you don't have access to. It allows you to build a relationship with new customers by that following that I explained. It helps you increase profits with new customers, get paid on your existing customers, as we just shared, and also get paid virally as your existing customers lead you to more customers. And I want to leave this in a couple points of closing. Number one is this. Only one business can get tagged to a customer. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say, for an example, you have 500 customers currently that do business with you. those 500 customers are not exclusive to you. Those 500 customers are also customers of many other businesses that your customers do business with. So a business at some point is going to get tagged to the customer base. So if you don't take advantage of this, number one, it just wouldn't make sense not to. But secondly, if you wait and procrastinate and don't do it, somebody else is. And that just simply means someone else is going to get paid on your customer base when they buy from other businesses and virally lead to other customers that obviously you could potentially get paid on. That's like leaving revenue on the table that you're passing up on. So I want to welcome you to Referdia. Get back to the individual who invited you onto this and find out how easy it is to get signed up. It takes about 2-3 minutes with an electronic form, once again for free. Then you're going to contact our storefront specialists at corporate. In over a 10 to 15 minute phone call, they're going to help get your account activated, set up your storefront, show you a few things, welcome you aboard, and you're going to be ready to start taking advantage of our company and start making money immediately. So on behalf of our great company, Referdia, we want to thank you for joining us today and have a great day.